When Manny first saw the price of a ready-made camper van, he couldn't believe his eyes. There was no way he was going to spend that much. Paying a premium just for someone else's work didn't make sense to him. But then an idea hit him, and he shared it with his wife, Hope. What if he didn't have to buy one at all? What if he could build it himself? The thought was exciting and a little terrifying. He has started with a completely gutted Ford Transit cargo van. Inside, it has been reduced to bare metal, panels stripped down, an empty cargo space, and nothing but a hollow shell. It has offered a blank canvas, full of possibilities, but also a serious challenge. Every inch has needed careful planning to turn it into a comfortable, livable space. Now the van is starting to feel less like an empty cargo shell, as the interior is covered with sound-deadening sheets and insulation boards. Next up is the subfloor, and this is where things start to get serious. Plywood isn't cheap, and one wrong cut could mean ruining an entire sheet. So he measures carefully before he makes the first cut. Because once that blade goes through the wood, there's no going back. One of the smartest features in camper van builds is the ability to swivel the front seats toward the living area. A swivel base is installed right over the van's original seat mounting points. With a simple turn, the driver and passenger seats become part of the interior, adding extra seating without taking up any additional space. Proper insulation is a game changer in any camper conversion. It keeps the van comfortable, quiet, and livable, no matter the weather or the road noise. Manny goes with Thinsulate, an insulation material made for vehicle builds, with an R value of around 5.4, which means it does a great job keeping heat in or out, all while staying lightweight, flexible, and easy to install. The next step is framing, and it's a critical one. Framing doesn't just hold up the finishing panels. It also defines the interior layout, setting the foundation for walls, furniture, and storage. The van's curved ceiling is the first real challenge, so he cuts slits into the boards. This lets them bend to the curve without losing their strength. Manny positions the rear wall slightly inward from the metal shell, creating extra space to fit a larger mattress, a small change that makes a big difference for comfort later on. Properly routing the wiring at this stage is crucial. It's not just about making everything work, it's about keeping the van safe. Most of the electrical system runs on 12 volts, powering things like small appliances, LED lights, and USB outlets. For devices that need standard household power, he uses a wire rated for 120 volts. Shore power connections are essential for charging the battery bank and running high-voltage appliances at a campsite or home. One opening houses the shore power inlet, and another the outdoor outlet for easy access to electricity. Both are installed securely and sealed weather-tight. To close in the overhead space, the next step is installing the ceiling panels. The layout up there is tricky, with curves and tight edges, so there's very little room for error once the saw touches the plywood. After the panels are mounted, Manny and his friend roll on a coat of inexpensive paint. The ceiling will eventually be covered with decorative wooden slats, but painting it now helps seal the surface and keeps dust and moisture under control. One feature the couple knows will make a huge difference on long trips is a small bathroom. Space inside the van is tight, but they decide a dedicated shower area is worth the effort. When camping in remote places, having a hot shower can change the whole experience from basic survival into something far more comfortable and enjoyable. For decorative finish, pine slats are selected. After sanding the slats, Hope applies a coat of wood stain, bringing out the natural grain of the pine. To maintain a consistent and professional appearance, a 1-inch spacer is used between each slat during installation. This improves visual symmetry and adds depth and texture to the interior. Taking advantage of the spaces between the slats, LED strips are fitted to create a continuous band of light. When switched on, the strips cast a smooth, even glow that fills the van's interior. Unlike harsh overhead lights, this setup provides a soft, warm ambiance, perfect for cozy evenings inside the camper. Ventilation and climate control are key to keeping a camper van comfortable. The van is fitted with a MaxxAir roof fan, making temperature and humidity easy to manage. The air conditioner divider and cover are then installed, seamlessly integrating the rooftop AC into the ceiling framework while allowing air to circulate freely. In a van, the kitchen is more than just a place to cook. It's the heart of daily life. With space at a premium, every cabinet, drawer, and countertop has to be planned carefully to make the most of what's available while staying easy to use. A smartly designed kitchen can make life on the road far more comfortable, convenient, and enjoyable. Building the cabinets is a delicate process, and one wrong cut could throw the whole project off. Every panel has to fit perfectly, or the doors and drawers won't line up. To keep things looking clean, pocket holes are drilled for hidden joints. These are angled holes that let screws hold everything tightly together without a single piece of hardware showing. In a mobile environment, drawers aren't just about storage. They have to survive the bumps, turns, and jolts of life on the road. One poorly designed drawer can slam open mid-drive, spilling contents everywhere or damaging the interior. Properly built drawers, on the other hand, can turn a cramped van into a smooth, organized, and surprisingly functional space. Each drawer is crafted with grooves along the sides to hold a plywood bottom securely. This not only strengthens the drawer, but also keeps it flush, preventing warping or shifting over time. Manny assembles the boxes carefully, using wood glue to reinforce the corners and finish nails for instant support. One slip here could mean a weak corner that fails on the road. A key feature is the locking mechanism. Cutouts for RV-style latches serve a dual purpose. They act as handles and lock the drawers tight, stopping them from sliding open during sudden stops or sharp turns. To make daily use effortless, he adds soft, close drawer slides. They let drawers glide silently and gently back into place, reducing wear and tear while adding a touch of luxury. In a van where every inch counts, these smooth, secure drawers make life on the road safer, quieter, and far more enjoyable. In general, furniture in camper vans must balance durability, space efficiency, and ease of use. The materials and joinery techniques are chosen to handle constant vibration, while the layout and locking systems are designed to maximize storage without compromising safety. In a small, moving environment, these details make life on the road comfortable. Raw plywood is porous and uneven, and painting it directly can be a disaster. Some areas soak up too much paint, while others barely get covered. That's why priming isn't optional. Skipping it could mean a big mistake. After priming, Manny moves on to spraying the off-white cabinet paint. The finish gives the cabinets a polished, clean look, while protecting them from bumps, scratches, and the everyday wear that comes with life on the road. Another essential system in the van is the freshwater supply. To make room for it, he frames a section of the shower wall, creating a dedicated compartment where the tank will sit. The tank itself is designed with a wheel well cutout, allowing it to fit neatly around the van's existing shape. Making use of these awkward, irregular spaces is a common trick in van conversions, because in a build like this, every single inch counts. He then begins routing the plumbing lines that will carry water throughout the van. For this, he uses PEX tubing. This is a flexible, durable material commonly used in modern plumbing systems. The tubing is run through the framing toward the shower area, where it will later connect to the water heater, pump, and fixtures. Appliances are what turn a van from a simple vehicle into a true mobile home. They let travelers cook, store food safely, and live comfortably, even far from civilization. For those exploring remote areas, appliances powered by the van's electrical system make it possible to stay out longer without relying on campgrounds or restaurants. Installation has to be done with safety in mind to prevent movement or damage while the van is on the road. First, the cabinets are firmly anchored to the interior framing. This is crucial because the appliances rely on the cabinets for support. If the frame were loose, heavy items like a refrigerator or microwave could shift during travel, creating both damage and serious safety hazards. In a compact van, proper task lighting is a must, especially in the kitchen, where the countertops are the main workspace for cooking and meal prep. Without it, the area can feel dim and awkward to use, particularly at night or on cloudy days. LED track lights are perfect for this. They stay cool while providing bright, focused illumination exactly where it's needed. Once the upper cabinets are mounted, Manny installs the Touch 70 screen, so he can quickly check battery levels and water tank status at a glance. Later, the display will be fully integrated with the wiring and connecting to the van's 12-volt system, water sensors, and other monitoring components for complete control. In a moving van, cabinet doors take a serious beating. Without proper support, they could swing open unexpectedly. To prevent this, he mounts mechanical cabinet lid support struts, designed to hold doors open at any angle and keep them from moving while in use. The lower cabinets form the backbone of the van's functional workspace. They have to be rock solid, supporting heavy items like the sink, countertop, and appliances, while withstanding the constant movement and vibrations of the camper. Holes are then drilled in strategic spots so PEX tubing can run toward the sink and other water fixtures. With sturdy construction, easy access, and secure latching, the kitchen area becomes a reliable and practical workspace, built to handle the bumps of the road and support comfortable functional travel. Before enclosing the shower with interior wall panels, Manny installs the mixer valve, the key component that controls water temperature by blending hot and cold lines. To ensure leak-free connections, he wraps each fitting in Teflon tape, creating a tight seal that prevents water from escaping at the threaded joints. Now the shower area can finally be enclosed, ready for surface finishes. But there's a catch. Any small mistake in the plumbing or ceiling could trap leaks behind the panels. For now, the water test hasn't been run yet, so all that's left is to wait. Because the electrical components need proper organization. He positions a dedicated mounting surface. This panel will act as the main backing board for the key electrical devices. The flooring needs to be tough enough to handle daily wear, while still being easy to maintain. In a camper van, surfaces deal with constant movement, temperature swings, and plenty of foot traffic. That's why luxury vinyl plank flooring has become a popular choice for van builds in small homes. It's durable and highly resistant to moisture. Laying the flooring is fairly straightforward because the planks come with a built-in underlayment. This integrated backing removes the need for a separate padding layer and makes the process much simpler. These planks are pet-friendly, scratch-resistant, and completely waterproof, features that make them perfectly suited for the realities of van life. To keep the whole electrical system tidy, Manny mounts the electrical components on white pegboards. The boards create a strong backing surface for all devices. He begins with the Victron Lynx distributor, which works like a central power hub. He then installs the 12-volt fuse panel, the DC-to-DC charger, and the solar charge controller. The DC-to-DC charger plays an important role on the road. It allows the van's alternator to charge the house batteries while the engine is running. Power travels from the alternator to the charger, and then from the charger to the Lynx distributor, where it's routed throughout the system. From the solar controller, extra positive and negative wires are run to the Lynx distributor, which holds the fuse for the solar panels. He adds ring terminals and heat shrink tubing to each connection, ensuring they're secure and insulated before attaching them to the distributor. Additional wire organizer tracks are placed to route all the cables coming from the other side of the van to the main electrical system. Zip ties are used throughout to keep everything neat, secure, and well organized. It is time to connect the wires to the main shutoff switch, which controls power for the entire system. 2-gauge cables are used for this connection, as these wires carry the heaviest load from the batteries to the Lynx distributor. Next, he installs 8 smart lithium batteries. They offer more than 20 safety features, including low-temperature cutoff and overload protection. They also include high-precision Bluetooth, letting you monitor the system in real time. The batteries are plug-and-play, and through the app, he can track voltage, temperature, and even control a remote on-off switch. Additionally, these lithium batteries connect to a Servo GX smart control hub, which links to a display and provides detailed information about the batteries and the rest of the van's electrical system. To supply standard household electricity, Manny sets up a 120-volt breaker panel. This panel distributes AC power to outlets around the van and connects to a large inverter charger, which converts the battery's 12-volt power into 120-volt electricity. Because this system handles a lot of power, protection and cooling are important. He installs two powerful 12-volt computer fans to keep air moving around the battery bank, especially when the system is charging or running heavy loads. Finally, he fits a large inverter charger, which converts the battery's 12-volt power into standard household electricity and recharges the batteries when the van is plugged into shore power. The inverter comes with built-in protections, including overload and over-temperature safeguards, and can be configured for different battery types. In a compact camper van, small comfort upgrades can make a big difference. A soft headboard provides a comfortable surface for sitting up in bed while reading, relaxing, or watching a movie. To make the sleeping area cozier, the couple decides to create a pair of padded headboards, one for each side of the bed. To create the soft surface, Manny adds a layer of batting over the plywood, securing it with strong adhesive. After that, a sheet of vinyl upholstery is stretched tightly across the panel. Vinyl is a practical choice for van life. It's durable, water-resistant, and easy to clean. Once the vinyl is stapled in place, strips of Velcro are attached to the back of each headboard. This lets the panel stick firmly to the wall while still being easy to remove later if needed. A diesel heater is one of the most practical heating solutions for a camper van. It includes an intake, an exhaust pipe, and a small fan system, and it draws fuel from the van's main tank, allowing it to run for long periods without needing a separate fuel source. Manny finishes the shiplap wall, where the switches and thermostat will go, but realizes the thermostat would sit too close to the heater exhaust. To prevent inaccurate readings, he reroutes the wire to the opposite side of the wall. They then build a bench that serves several purposes: seating, storage, and a cover for the heater. The top is designed to open like a chest, so a panel hinge is added to allow easy access inside. The thermostat wires are routed through the bench and connected to the heater, and the exhaust pipe is attached. On the outside, a plastic vent is installed that can be rotated to direct warm air where it's needed. To make the bench more comfortable, the backrest is built with triangular supports, giving it a gentle, relaxing angle. It's a small detail, but one that makes a big difference when you lean back. On long journeys, it becomes the perfect little spot to sit, rest, and take in the moment. For the plumbing, PEX B tubing is used throughout the system. All the plumbing supplies were purchased online, saving countless trips to hardware stores. The setup includes PEX, brass and copper fittings, ball valves, PVC valves, dishwasher hoses, and a wide range of tools and accessories, everything needed to tackle a full plumbing project in the van. Brass fittings are used throughout to ensure a leak-free system that can also handle colder temperatures. Every connection is carefully crimped and secured, making sure the pipes stay in place and won't loosen over time. For water delivery, Manny installs a 3.0 GPM 12-volt water pump to move water from the freshwater tank to the shower and sink. A shutoff valve is added between the tank and pump for easy control. The water heater is then connected, and all the PEX lines are hooked up to complete the system. He added an extra freshwater tank where the spare tire goes. One pump moves water from this tank to the main tank, which then feeds the water heater and plumbing. The van now has 2 freshwater and 2 gray water tanks for ample storage and circulation. A shower pan combines waterproofing, structural support, and ease of use in a single pre-formed unit, making it far superior to tiling in a van. It is mounted with maximum strength adhesive for a secure hold. Manny then threads the wiring through the wall, preparing for future lighting or ventilation fixtures, keeping all electrical lines hidden and protected behind the shower walls. PVC board is installed to serve as the shower's overhead surface. This material is lightweight, resistant to moisture, and easy to clean, making it a perfect choice for van showers. To cast a smooth, warm glow, the choice lands on the LED strip. It's easy to install, energy efficient, and once lit, it fills the space with a soft, inviting light that enhances the van's interior ambiance. To make the plumbing fully functional, it needs to be connected to the fixtures. A stylish black shower head is chosen, along with a matching mixer valve that ties into the tubes already mounted behind the shower wall. Flexible piping runs up to the shower head, completing the water supply loop and bringing the shower system to life. Instead of using a curtain, they install a Nautilus retractable shower door. It's lightweight, under 10 pounds, and features an antimicrobial screen with a built-in squeegee to help keep water from dripping everywhere. The door is customized to the exact height, while the width is trimmed to fit the space. Manny installs the second water tank underneath the van. He adds a sea level sensor pad to measure how much water is in the tank, which is wired to the other tanks as well, tying everything together and completing the installation of the full tank monitoring system. To cover the electrical components located under the bed, a plywood cover is installed. A second battery monitor is mounted on it as well, making it easier to check the system's status at a glance. The water heater and parts of the plumbing are also enclosed with plywood panels. Finally, the water heater switch, water pump switch, and water inlet are wired and mounted onto the back panel, bringing the system neatly together. The countertop provides a durable, heat-resistant work surface, able to handle hot cookware, sharp utensils, and heavy kitchen items without damage. In a van, where cooking, cleaning, and food prep all happen in a tight space, this kind of durability is essential for daily use. The shiplap paneling also serves as a stable surface for mounting electrical components, outlets, and the interior and exterior lighting switches. The inverter charger controller is integrated into the wall as well, providing a central interface to manage the van's AC power system. When traveling, you often have to fill the water tank from random sources that may not be safe, so a water filtration system is a must-have. This system includes a built-in pump and UV light, providing consistent water pressure while purifying the water. Its 9-stage filtration removes contaminants like chlorine, heavy metals, and odors, sending clean water to the faucets. Since the filter produces a small amount of wastewater, its drain line is connected to the sink drain, which routes the water to the gray water tank under the van. A reliable filtration system ensures that water for drinking, cooking, and cleaning is always safe, helping reduce the risk of illness. It also includes an indicator that alerts users when it's time to replace the filter. Manny installs a composting toilet with a built-in fan inside the shower. Solids and liquids go into separate removable tanks for easy emptying. Some additional tasks are completed, including adding an extra countertop, which is very useful in a tight space. Also, he decides to set up a backsplash in the kitchen area. This not only adds a stylish design element, but also protects the white wall near the countertop from spills, stains, and other damage. To avoid adding unnecessary weight to the van, the backsplash is not mounted across the entire wall. Instead, it is placed strategically where protection is needed most, creating a smart and efficient solution. Creating functional features is this builder's strong suit. Now he selects a piece of butcher block to serve as a small swivel table, designed to work seamlessly with the bench already installed. In such a tiny space, every surface must pull double duty. The interior trim work is finished, but the living space still needs protection from insects. Traveling in nature means bugs are always a risk, so an insect screen is installed to keep the van pest-free. With the Starlink wiring neatly run to provide reliable internet, Manny focuses on building the bed frame. He covers it with plywood to create a sleeping platform and leaves certain sections removable for easy access to the electrical system and plumbing lines beneath. Finding a mattress that fits the unique dimensions of a van is rarely possible, so customization is necessary. Manny and Hope remove the mattress from its packaging, take off the protective cover, and trim it using a hot knife. Once it is shaped, the cover is put back on, and the van's bed is complete. By the time the main build was complete, a deep cleaning became essential. Over the long construction process, the van's interior had slowly gathered a mix of leaves, dust, dirt, and fine sawdust hiding in every corner. In the end, 4 months of creativity and technical skill have produced more than just a van. It has become a fully functional mobile home built for a life of adventure. The camper is ready to carry its owners across endless roads, through golden sunrises and starry nights, over mountains and across vast open plains. Every corner has been designed for comfort without compromise, blending the familiarity of home with the excitement of the unknown. This van is a home on wheels, prepared for countless journeys filled with freedom, discovery, and the endless horizon of possibilities. If you enjoyed this project, be sure to subscribe to our channel and keep an eye out for more exciting videos coming soon. Hit the bell, give this video a thumbs up, and share your ideas in the comments.